today is... What month is it? August 8th, 2020.
Oh, dox us.
It's a doxable offense telling the date.
They might like give our addresses away, but we won't give our names away.
Are you ready to bunk
with
the skunk?
Are you ready to bunk with this skunky bunky skunky?
I kind of figured we just kind of start and we just kind of get rolling, and then whenever we get into the groove, we'll just cut the episode in.
Yeah.
With like the opening and shit.
We'll put it together.
Yeah, we'll make it work.
We'll fix it in post.
We'll make it work.
Oh my god, no, move it forward. Don't yell louder. Yes, you can. You can sit up. You have posture.
I don't.
You have a back.
There's a pillow that's not actually doing anything that you can put behind your back so you're sitting up without even making yourself sit up.
Like,
where's your swivel chair?
I'm filling his abdomen with holes.
Yeah,
He took it from me.
Okay, brother, you were like, I'm sitting in this chair today. Take the rolling chair.
I don't think so.
Then trade me chairs if you want it.
Fuck your Beats by Dre.
We're supposed to be shared with the world, not kept a secret.
We are a equal opportunity podcast, but fuck headphone users.
Also, we're all white.
Yeah, no, I mean...
We're accepting applications, though.
Okay, I just lost my controller. Why don't you?
Just throw that motherfucker across the room like a
$70 Joy-Cons.
$70 Joy-Cons.
This floor is concrete.
Why are you looking at me so mad?
I'm not mad. I was mad earlier when Jesse was shaking up my soda, and then as I tried to put it down, he went, "Oh, what bender?" Immediately after I took it off of him, I turned around.
Was it?
Hit. No, it was both of you.
You always said I'm an earthbender. I don't agree with it.
That's what came to my mind.
Yeah, because you're not Native American, you're not Chinese, and you're not a fucking Shaolin monk.
Yeah, but what was he?
We're all white guys. We'd all end up being earthbenders, if anything.
You're not even fun right now.
Why are you being so technical? No one likes your technicalities.
I'm so sorry. I thought about this a little more than you did.
I barely even watched the show, but I think Tim's an earthbender.
Fine, Tim. You're a firebender.
No, I don't even want that.
What do you want to be?
I want to be air.
What? I want to be air! I wouldn't be air no matter what! They're all dead!
I want to be dead!
Wish be granted.
There's our opening, just Tim shouting, I want to be dead!
Cool dead!
Pretty good.
Oh, man.
You guys have any more topics that you guys have?
Today is my dad's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Tim. Tim's dad. I was just at the phone.
Happy birthday, Tim.
Happy birthday, Tim.
Alright, dox my dad, I guess.
Dox my... Well, yeah, but they could dox you, too.
No.
Because they... If they dox your dad...
Not like I live on...
Got it.
No, I actually don't have, like, any topics to use them all up.
He actually just said his address. He's like, which one, but I can see it already.
I don't know it.
Stop.
Connor's dad lives on...
Alright.
That's...
It's funny if you do it to yourself. I really don't want you doing that because if he forgets or just misses it in the thing.
Yeah, it's just more editing. I guess you're gonna force me to learn how to bleep shit, so... Alright, well, I already have to bleep a couple episodes because we said some naughty words.
Yeah.
And we said some names.
We said some names.
I think those what do you guys want to do with those half episodes? You want to make a 2 half episodes?
I think we can just cut them together.
Yeah, make them like a 45-minute episode or something.
I still say we could do like Sleepy Cabin used to do their Lost episodes. They're like
You just threw it. What did you expect?
That's kind of what I was thinking.
You just Did you flip it?
Yeah.
What do you guys think about lucid dreaming?
That's pretty cool.
Yes.
You guys ever had a lucid dream?
I thought I did once.
I had a very vivid dream the other night that I was being arrested.
But was it lucid?
Wasn't a dream. You were just drunk.
I woke up and there was like one handcuff on me with like one chain link on it, and I don't know what happened, but I guess it was good night.
I mentioned this into our group chat. I had that dream a while back of me. I was sitting in my grandmother's chair and starts being sucked up the stairs, and there's a very I swear to God, it's not a fun gag anymore. It's I start getting sucked up the and I just see like what I can only assume is the Grim Reaper. There's just like some horrifying skeleton-looking creature just staring at me, and I'm like, no, I think I'm good. And I made myself change dreams.
You're like, I'm gonna change channel.
Yeah, no thanks. I asked because for a while in high school I tried. I forget what the method's called. I think it's called like the mild method or something. But it's where you like write something on your hand. I wrote an A for awake. I write it on my palm every day in high school. And then you do a reality check where you try to like push your fingers through your hand. And you do it so much to the point where it becomes second nature and you start doing it in your dreams. And I actually did it twice. So, but both times it was like I almost like broke the simulation or something. So the first one I was walking along like the perimeter of this mansion, like this big marble mansion, and there was a big like flat ground outside of it, like nothing in the distance, just this mansion. And suddenly I just get the inkling. I'm like, oh, I gotta check my palm. So I look at my hand and there's the A that I always write on my hand. I'm like, okay. And I try to push my fingers through my palm. And even though in my dream my fingers still hit my palm, I just instantly realized like, oh, I'm dreaming. Like it just like felt weird. I was like, alright, that's fucking weird. And like as I just like started to realize I was dreaming, I got like this weird pressure in my head. And you ever play a video game and you like fall through the earth and like you see like the geometry above?
Yeah, you see all the like
you like see through the floor and shit.
You see the floor and you just keep falling.
Yeah, that happened.
And you're like, oh, now it's oblivion.
Yeah, I just sunk through the floor and started falling, and I just saw the world above me, and I just like ended up in another dream that I can't remember. It was really weird.
That's pretty crazy.
The second time I was on my bus for school, and my bus driver stopped at KFC and then ran a woman over. And I was like, what? This isn't real. So I like did the reality check, and my hand just went through my palm. And then the same thing happened. I just like got this pressure in my head, and I was like, oh no, no, no. And I just like it was so much that I just like forgot. And the dream like kind of like beckoned me back into it.
You ever have a deja vu dream where like you dream of something that happens that day? So,
I usually get it a couple of days later.
I remember the last time that I did it was I was dyeing my hair, and my friends, I won't say any names, but they were dyeing my hair, and they had me sit up on the counter. And I remember vividly them telling me, sit up on the counter so I can get your hair. And as soon as I sat up on the counter, I was like, no.
You kind of get that, it just like snaps back into place.
It's instant. And then I was at Walmart the other day, and I dreamed that I was going through like the aisle looking for some clothes, and this family comes up, and I remember like each shirt they had on, and like the order that they were in, and I'm going through there, and I'm like, I look at the family, and I'm like, I dreamt this already.
Yeah,
this is crazy. Before. I've seen this before.
I normally get mind triggers, like my deja vu triggers, from someone saying something. Like someone will say something, and then I'll snap, and I'll see what I saw in the dream, and I'll be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll last like 5 seconds. Sometimes it'll last like 45 seconds. Oh man.
I know Connor had a bunch of those before.
Yeah, I have those all the fucking time, and I hate them. I'll like. The most vivid one I've ever had was every year I have a family reunion, and I'm at the family reunion. It's at my grandmother's house, and in the dream, there's like do not enter tape on my grandmother's front door, and there's just this like little black kid next to me, and I'm just like not allowed in there, and he's like, says who? Gets up, pulls the tape off, and goes into the house. And I remember then turning and seeing my uncle just kind of like side-eyeing me, and I remember thinking at the time, like, what do you want me to do about it? Cut to that year's family reunion, and apparently my aunt, who I've never met before, who's distant, adopted 2 black kids. And that's apparently the fucking kid. The exact same thing happened, because we didn't want any of the fucking nieces and nephews, because they were shitty children in the house. And they kept trying to walk up to me with a fucking iPhone be like, can we dump water on you? And no. Why would I let you do that? Come on, it'd be funny. No. And then after I said no, he still tried to do it, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I hate kids.
But yeah, our fun deja vu things plague me a lot, and so now my memory is fucked up, so I will dream things, like very mundane things, and then remember them as if they're real.
My favorite one is one time, I remember Connor texting Tim and I, and he was like, did I give you guys a light bulb? Or like, did one of you guys give me a light bulb? And Tim and I both were just like, yeah, of course. Because he Connor felt like he dreamed it. And we were just like, yeah, no, we gave it to you.
Actually, one of those kind of things happened just yesterday. I woke up and had this full vivid memory of my wrestling instructor sending me a list of the titles that are going to be part of the promotion, and was like, which one do you want me to put you in kind of the running for? And I remember so vividly looking through each of them. And the reason I know this was a dream is because one was Ed, Edd n Eddy themed, and at the time I didn't think shit of it because I'm in a dream. But like now, I know why would they ever do that? That's just stupid. It's a weird thing to do. So I know it wasn't real, but I was so convinced until I thought a little more of it that had happened. Like to the point where I would have gone up to him and asked him about it in real life. And he'd have no clue what the fuck I was talking about.
Anybody ever experienced a glitch in the Matrix?
Yes.
No, I kind of wish I had though.
The experience I had was my girlfriend at the time was over, and she was in my room, and it's down. Alright. So this is my glitch in the Matrix story. So I was in the basement with my girlfriend at the time, and there's a laundry room in my room. It's off in the corner. It's
kind of hard to explain.
Yeah, it's very hard to explain.
We'll send you Google Earth pictures.
But my mom,
the floor plan.
But anyway, my mom calls us up for dinner, so I'm going up, and as we're going up the stairs, my dog Zeus comes running down, and he goes into the laundry room, and there's no way out of the laundry room. So we're like, okay, and then we're like calling him, and he was up in the living room laying on the couch.
That's
and we were just like, huh? That was my glitch in the Matrix.
Jesse, didn't you say you had one?
Yeah.
Want to share?
Okay, yeah, no. So mine, it was me and Tim chilling, I think, and we were here. And Tim had, like, gone into the bathroom, and then I was waiting for him to come out of the bathroom, and then he came down from downstairs, and the bathroom door was still closed with the light on. And that was that's it, basically, is that Tim went into the bathroom and then came out from upstairs, and the bathroom door was still closed and light on.
The closest thing I had to that was one of the first nights I moved into my current house. We had 2 cats at the time, and one was in my room and one was in the living room. One was in my brother's room, and I didn't know where the other one was. And then I was up all night because I couldn't sleep because I'm an insomniac fuck. And I heard this like shuffling on the carpet, like old people like shuffling. I don't know, it was like weird to explain. It sounded like dragging like slippers on the carpet. And I was like, what the fuck? And I got spooked because I liked a lot of ghost stuff at the time. And then my cat like scratched at my door and like just walked in because I didn't have like a working doorknob at the time. Because fuck. So my cat walked into my room and I was like, alright, that explains the shuffling. I feel a little bit better. And then I heard it again. I heard the shuffling sound again, and I was like, alright. My fucking pussy's dry. I don't like this. And then, I don't know what it was.
It's pretty spooky.
I know I have stories like this, but I can't remember any off the top of my head. However, what Hunter was describing reminded me of something. Like a really weird fear I got back in high school. We were doing a law class, and for a law class we were watching a documentary on Charles Manson, because
So that Woody Fulker.
the fascination of it is the fact that he is the cause of so much, like, death and horrific things, but almost got off scot-free because he technically never killed anyone that we know of.
He also had ties with the CIA.
Yeah. But there were a lot of reasons, and it was very interesting from a law standpoint, so we're watching this. And our teacher at the time was like, hey, you can leave headphones in, you can put one headphone in and listen to music as long as you're still paying attention. So I did that, and I was listening to the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack, which essentially, I fell asleep listening to it and watching the documentary. Let me see if I can find the name of the song real quick. I think it's I'm Not in Love, something like that.
Sorry if you hear me putting my horse hair up at the pigtails.
He has the horse hair.
I have the stallion follicles.
But essentially, it's a very slow part of the song. Yes, I'm Not in Love by 10cc. But it's a very slow part where it's kind of this monotone note from the music, and someone whispering some of the lyrics of the song to you. But I woke up to that while looking straight at Charles Manson having this, like, devil-fueled rant toward the people. Like, just, like, I felt like he was looking directly at me. I was in a cold sweat. I didn't know what was going on around me, and it was terrifying. It was like something had found the button for, fear, and was just wailing on it as hard as they could.
So what's the new fear? Is it like
I
whispering over music?
don't mean like I have a reoccurring phobia now. I just mean like that was it's one of the scariest moments of my life.
So, have you had a fear just recently come up? Like, I recently am afraid of the ocean, like deep bodies of water.
I was never afraid of oceans, but then one day I was on 4chan, and there was like a things that scare you thread, and someone posted a picture of like the ocean where it's like blue, and then a couple feet down it just gets black, and they were like, yeah, I have a fear of just being stranded in the ocean because it's just dark black ocean, and like there's no land all around you. You just sink forever.
I don't like the fact
Horrible.
that you can't see under you.
It's scary.
That is terrifying.
And then like if
and then if
does
you do,
come up,
you
man,
see the shadow
it's just there.
of it.
It just
And
like
that's,
fades into existence.
You versus a whale, 10 out of 10 times, you lose.
You lose that
swimming
fight.
under you, and you don't know when it's going to come up. And if it does, you're not going to have time to move out of the way.
Yeah,
'Cause you're
no,
in
just
a body
being
of water.
stranded in the ocean is definitely not on my top 10
And
things I want to do with my life.
I'd rather not, but I don't count that as
A phobia. Like, that's just nobody wants to do that.
However, I will say, claustrophobia has been running rampant in my brain a lot more this past year than ever before. Why? Fuck if I know.
I'm very claustrophobic. I actually have a weird thing where I have like foot claustrophobia real bad as well, and if I put on shoes that are too tight, I'll fucking lose my mind. So if you want me to go insane in 3 seconds, just duct tape my feet super tight.
Another thing is a
I know
meteor.
what to do while you're sleeping.
Like, if a meteor was to hit the Earth, you would see it, and you'd be like, okay, yeah, it's about to hit. And there's nothing you can do. You just have to look at it and be like, kind of sucks.
We could shoot with a nuke.
I've had
I mean,
meteor
like,
We're getting
dreams.
there, yeah.
So I've had like a dream
Of
like
a meteor.
a meteor coming to hit the world. That shit's terrifying. And when you wake
It's
up,
just
you're
off in the distance, and you like see it, and you're like, that's inevitable.
There's that running meme with the dinosaurs where one of the tiny raptors goes up to a brontosaurus and just like, hey Bill, can you lift me up? Sure thing, holds him up. I love looking at the stars. The one that keeps getting bigger is my favorite.
But you were saying something about nukes.
So we're pretty much at the point where we can just shoot a missile at an incoming asteroid and redirect it.
Nice.
We'll be able to do that within like 5 years or some shit.
Is that not one of the uses of the fucking space station? Because that feels like something I'd be like, oh, can we put like a
I think
gun
they've
on
done
it?
it like before, or like somehow managed to like. Because there was one like dangerously close to hitting.
I don't think we shot it though. There was a couple that would have been super dangerously close to hitting in the last like 10
Yeah,
years.
it would have been able to just take out like a whole city of. I think they were trying to compare it to New York or something, but like I don't want to say like a generic city that's big.
There was that one that hit in Russia.
That like that took out like a bunch of windows.
Yeah, it was like a nuke that hit like 2 miles above the city. So it was like, I don't think anyone died, but a couple people got injured, and it blew out all the glass in like a 5-mile radius.
There's like videotapes of it. It's just like a
Well,
bright
dash
light
cam
that's
Yeah.
like, it's super cool. I mean, it's not cool, but it's pretty cool.
It's fascinating.
What's the craziest thing you've ever experienced in person? Like a meteor, like something like high intensity, fucked up. Maybe not even
that's a good
paranormal or
question.
like something like
something
real.
that was just like vividly, just crazy. I remember one time
Connor's
I was
watching a
driving
video.
back from your house.
Connor's watching a video of Goatsy, but they put a mouth over it, and it's like the guy's butthole's talking.
Goatsy? Is that what?
Yeah, Goatsy's the thing of the guy spreading his butthole open with his hands. That's someone's butthole. Sorry, Sam.
Well,
Snake.
I think that we're done with that.
Alright, so
Most intense experience.
Yeah. What were you saying?
okay, so I was driving back from your house, Hunter,
Yeah.
and Jesse was in the car, and there's this bright light, and I'm like, Jesse, do you see that? Do you see that? And I'm like pointing out the window, and you're like, it's just this bright light, and it looks like it's just getting closer to the earth. And we like, I literally like stopped the car for a second, and I'm like looking up, and it's just getting closer, and we're like, that has to be a plane. It has to be a plane.
Was it blinking colors?
No.
Do you remember this, Jesse? Jesse shook
I've got a
his head
shite
no.
memory, so
Yeah.
I'm not shocked. And especially, usually, if we're leaving your place, I'm pretty zooted.
Yeah, that's fair. We do be skunking the bunker.
I have one if I can remember it fully. The first time me, my girlfriend, and two of our friends went on a double date. Went to like a trampoline park and we had a nice time. And we're going home from that. And we're riding the GPS. And instead of taking us on the road, it takes us down a quad trail for some reason.
Oof.
And we're going through, and there's like, so now it's a dirt path, and there's more trees, and we're like, this doesn't seem right. And then at some point, there's literally like a drop off that we don't see because it's a huge rock, and then it just kind of slants in, and the car just goes down, and we're not sure what the fuck just happened. We get out, and it's just dead end. We're now at dead end, and the only way back is like this thin little bit of rock that we have to navigate reversing because there's no room to turn around. And so we're just standing out there in the middle of I'm going to be stabbed to death in the woods by Jason country, just trying to figure out how the fuck to get back onto the road.
That does sound pretty horrible. The most recent thing I can think of was I went to the... did I tell us already? I went to the protest for George Floyd in Pittsburgh.
No, I don't think you've told it. Yeah.
Oh,
But, yeah, I went there and I was just kind of like watching. I had some milk and I was milking some people because, you know, people were getting pepper sprayed and shit. Police were shooting rubber shotgun shells into the crowd directly instead of shooting them into the ground like you're supposed to, so they bounce up and hit you in like the tummy legs area. And I watched literally a dude like 3 feet in front of me get his eye shot out with a shotgun shell. And started like bleeding out pretty much. That was pretty cool. And I watched some shotgun shells like fly by me. It was yummy.
Did you milk him?
Yeah, I sucked his dick and milked him to make him feel better. He thanked me greatly for my services.
She's like, bing, bing, bing.
Another thing that was more along the lines of Tim's was I was in the woods with my friend Justin we were in the woods around, 2016, 2017, whenever there was that clown thing going on. There's killer clowns everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So we went in the woods because we're psychopaths, and we were going clown hunting, and we had like machetes and shit on us, and like flashlights and whatnot. And we were walking on this train track, or like a little path right next to a train track in the woods, like right on like the edge of the waterfront, like a lake, or a river, I mean. So if like something did happen, we were kind of fucked. We would have to like run all the way back up this trail, back through a park, and up to like back to someone's house to like use a phone, or for someone to get us. But we ended up hearing this like music box. It's like the only thing I can describe as like a music box. Like beep, 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 beep. It was just like fucked. I don't know.
It's the me chat.
Yeah, that's what you're doing.
It was kind of close to that. It just sounded like a music box, like I don't know.
Yeah,
A life-size
I got
me
you.
comes from behind a tree, just like holds up a knife.
Well, if that would have happened, at least I would have known what made that sound.
I would piss myself if that happened.
We just stopped, looked at each other, drew our machetes, and then turned on the flashlight and just kept walking.
It's pretty terrifying, man.
A couple minutes later, we heard like the loudest noise I've ever heard in my life. That sounded like a cannon, but I don't think those were related.
That actually reminded me of a story. So I'm at work, and it's time for us to leave, and I shut off the light. I have to go back into the building. I have to shut off the lights because somebody was there overnight. So I had to go back to this building. I'm all alone. I have to go all the way in the back, shut off all the lights. Like, it's pitch black. Okay? And I go to shut off the lights, and I hear somebody in the bathroom as I'm going to shut off the lights. And I'm like, hello? And I'd like, nobody answers. And at the time, I'm just like, I'm going to go run into an office real quick, call my coworkers just in case if something happens, that they know what's going on. So I called them. I'm like, hey, somebody's in the bathroom. You guys need to come over in case something happens. And they're like freaking out because they're just a bunch of old women, pretty much. So at the time, I hear somebody go out. They go into their office, and it's somebody that works there. I'm like, why didn't you answer me? Like, I'm literally like yelling if anybody's there. And it's just some lady that was just there, and she was like, yeah, I'll be 1 minute. And I'm like,
No, get out.
Get out. Yeah, it was like, it's time for you to go. Like, it's like time for us to leave, and I'm not waiting for you because I don't get paid for it.
Yeah.
And she kind of was just like, okay, I'm leaving now. And she left. And it was that, but like, it was the fact that she didn't answer me when I was calling that was just scary, because, like, everybody knows if you're trying to break in somewhere, you're not going to make fucking noise.
Yeah. Very suspicious.
I do have what I think I would put as a runner-up. I feel like there was something else more intense, but years ago I went over to my buddy's house after school, and he and his friends had been like fixing up this kind of shack in the middle of the woods. Like it was like a house in the woods that had been basically torn down, so they were putting up like, I think just like the big plywood things to make walls because they were going to camp out in it. And just for whatever reason that night, we were like, oh yeah, you know, fuck it, let's just camp out there. Let's go smoke cigarettes and be cool, because, you know, we're freshmen in high school.
That's how it be.
Right? But so we're up there, and he apparently had invited some other friends from his neighborhood, a couple of girls. And so they're making their way up, and they get in there, and they're just like, so who else did you invite? And they're like, nobody. There's a guy out there.
Mm.
And, like, we just kind of open the door, and there is just, like, 30 feet off in the direction is just, like, a figure standing there.
That's pretty
It's still lit and bright enough to see that he's, like, facing the other way, so he doesn't... I don't think he ever knew we knew he was there. But it was weird as fuck to know that this... Because our reason for being there is that this shack is here. There is nothing else in that area. You have to climb over trees because it's just like right next to like where it drops off into a whole bunch of rock area. There is no reason someone should have been farther in there than we were.
Yeah, that's goofy.
So basically, we just stayed up all night holding machete, waiting to see if someone tried to open the door. See who's going to get stabbed.
What you done if it was like one of your friends came up, like...
I would have stabbed them.
I mean, yeah, but then like Tim followed you and then like you stab him.
Like I just stick it through his abdomen. I'm like, oh,
it's
Tim.
You scared me, buddy.
You should have announced your
Straight up
presence.
spookified me, brah.
Spookified. One time, me and my friend Justin, we were in like pretty much the same spot. We were in the same spot where we heard the music box pretty much, but like we call it Riverside. When we were at like the part that we more or less camp at, and we had a fire going, and it was me, Justin, and we have a friend named Gay Bobby. His real name's but he is named after his dad, and he hates his dad. And someone called him Gay Bobby one time, and he thought it was really funny, so that's just his new name. So it was me, Justin, and Gay Bobby.
The guy's nickname is Bobby. His real name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were all just camping around this fire. Not camping, we were just kind of chilling there. It was still like daytime. And we see this dude start walking above like this trail, like above the camp. Like we were by the river, and there's like kind of like a drop off. You have to run down it, or like run back up it, because it's like really steep. And we saw this dude just like slowly making his way across, just staring at us. It was really weird. And he was just like dressed in all black, and he just kept staring at us and kept turning back and looking at us.
Me and Connor and our friend at the time, we went into this abandoned house.
Oh god.
And we're in there, and we're being bad. We're like breaking stuff.
There were two of us. There was four of us all together. There was me, you.
No, there was only three of us at the time.
You talking about the time I almost got stabbed?
Yeah.
No, there was all four of us.
No, there wasn't.
Nah.
No, wasn't there.
Was there because we were showing him the place.
No.
Yeah, yes.
It was just no. It wasn't.
Tim, we've been there multiple times with you, me, and then was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" So we're like, "Yeah, we'll show you." And we took it there, and that's why we started smashing things extra much because he was like, "Why don't you guys just break everything?" And he started pushing stuff over. And we're like, "Yeah."
It does sound like him. Anyways, you almost got stabbed.
Yeah, we almost got stabbed.
Yeah. So, fucking. Basically, we started breaking a whole bunch of shit. This is like this small house on the side of the road.
I don't know the story, by the way.
Falling into a little river. So it's falling to pieces. Everything in there. The only things in there are like, if you used to be able to call a infomercial and they'll send you like here's our videotape of our workout plan. Here's a videotape of what you do. Like still sealed VHS tapes that like no one would purchase. And like weird books and like old shoes, everything's water damaged, it's caving in on itself. So we're just dicking around, we're pushing shit over, and we're breaking shit, we're just like tossing shit around. And and it's not until we get to one point that I think either me or a buddy at the time pushed over a mirror, and it makes a huge sound, and we're just kind of like, alright, we should go. So Tim and go out first, and I'm coming out. Maybe I went first. I don't remember the order of the first three. I just know that
we went out first.
I think I went out first because I just know
came out last.
Was still inside when this started. The guy across the street is standing like 3 feet from me, and he's like a crazy Asian redneck man. He's standing with a turkey carver, just going, "At my landlord house, you breaking shit in there." And I'm like, this man has a knife to me. I'm just like, no, nothing's happening. At that moment, apparently found a TV and pushed it over. So you just see this massive crowd inside the house. And comes out and like instinctively like squares up, despite the fact he's like 12 feet away from this man and I'm the one right there.
And also like how old?
Funny.
I mean, I would square
He's
too.
like 13 maybe. I don't remember the age for. Also, keep in mind, we're all borrowing some of Tim's cringy shirts because we thought it was funny.
Man.
So we're wearing pink.
Yeah, we were
I was
believe
not.
that.
Yeah, I cut that part. I don't want to get.
I don't want to get doxxed. That's
No,
worse
I
than
don't
getting
know.
doxxed.
I don't want people to know that part.
Yeah. No.
But no. So this man's like screaming, like waving this turkey carver at me. He's just screaming at me. He's just like, "You breaking shit in there!" And I hear someone from like the overpass above us stop and just yell down, "Yeah, you tell him." And he turns and is just like, "Shut the fuck up!" Like, I'm terrified. This might be the most intense. I forgot this happened. I fully forgot this happened when you asked that question, but I just remember standing there thinking like, I'm going to be stabbed now. He's just gonna stab me now. That's how this will happen. They'll run and get help, and by the time they get back, he'll have stabbed me a lot. And finally, he's just like, "Get the fuck out of here!" And we like slowly walked away. And apparently, our buddy saw him at a fucking fair like 2 months later, and was talking to someone about him, and they're like, "Oh yeah, no, he's fucking crazy. No one understands him. He's a fucking crazy person."
One of those. That's pretty goofy.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. We just ran back to my place.
That sounds wild.
Yeah.
I also remember a story with this person that we used to talk to. He had a quad. We were going up to.
Are you talking about him hitting me with it?
Huh?
Were you not there for that? Okay, this is a real quick one. He's driving the quad around, and like me and I guess Tim wasn't there, so me and was dicking around, and he's driving toward me, and I like kind of toss one of my flip flops at him, so he ducks, but now he's not looking, and he doesn't turn, so I'm just like, oh. And he's trying to jump away, and he just hits me square in the shoulder, and I do a fucking full 360 in the air before hitting the ground.
What?
What the fuck?
My favorite, it didn't hit, like, I didn't get any, it didn't hurt me. Like, it hurt because I got checked by a quad, but, like, nothing, there was no injury. Yeah. Thank goodness, because I guess I went limp. But he stopped the quad, and he comes out, and he's like, "You fucking idiot!" And he's freaking out on me. I'm like, dude, I'm the one who got hit by a quad here. Calm down.
Yeah, like, chill, I'm fine.
That's the same slide, though, so I almost broke both my legs falling off of them.
Connor.
Time with was weird. It was odd portion of my life.
Connor, how about the time a random lady came up to your car when you worked at Walmart?
Oh, fuck her. So, I'm on lunch, and I'm just sitting there. I have like 5 minutes left of lunch, and I'm just sitting next to my car, and I just hear on the window just... And I turn, and this woman who's like wearing goggles is just there, like she has them on her head like Naruto. And she's just like, please, I was on a date with this crazy man. I need to get out of here, please. Can you get me out of here? I don't live far from here. And for whatever reason, my brain was not immediately, oh, there's a crazy person. I'm going to move my car, and then I'm going to go back to work, and we'll be done with this. Instead, I honestly had the thought of, I got to get her out of here. So I was like, fine, get in the passenger seat, let's go. And I start, like, I try and quickly drive her, and it's immediately, after I pull out of the parking lot, that I realize, what the fuck am I doing? Why would I do this? But I'm like, whatever, this is fine. And we're going up the road, and she's directing me, and then she's just like, drive, just speed, if you get pulled over, I'll explain. I'm like, it doesn't matter if you explain, I'm still getting a fucking ticket. I'm just gonna drive at a normal speed, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going up the hill, and it's when we're going up this hill to drop her off that she just starts rambling, and it's just like, how old are you? You're very attractive. You seem as old as my sister. I could do that. And I'm just, like, it quickly dawning on me of, oh, it's a crazy person. She's a crazy person, and she's in this car with me now. Oh, yay. So I get her to where she's going, and I drop her off. And she's just like, oh, I'll pray for you, I'll pray. Oh, God will help you. God will now help you. And I'm just like, okay, thanks, bye.
Please leave.
And I just kind of drove off. And it was the weirdest fucking experience. Because I then had to call my order to be like, I'm late coming off of lunch because this crazy woman had me drive her to her fucking house. They're like, why did you go with her? I'm like, I don't have a good reason. There's not, I don't have a good answer for you if that's what you want. This was a bad experience by everyone.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh.
Yeah. Nippy nippers.
Nippy nippers.
Nipple.
Would you guys ever eat nipple meat off of an animal?
Probably not.
Why?
I don't want to.
Like, if I know that it's a nipple, I'm not putting it in my mouth.
Just like if I know it's
What
vegan,
is
I'm
the
not putting it in
weirdest
my mouth.
animal that you guys ate? Like, that you guys have consumed that, like, you're like, oh, yeah.
I think it's frog leg. That's probably as
Okay,
weird
that's
as it
weak.
gets. Alright.
Alright.
Have you eaten a frog leg?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you, Connor?
No.
Yeah.
Have you, Yeah.
I ate alligator. That was pretty good.
I
Tastes like chicken, literally.
haven't been super adventurous with my meats.
I had snails before as cardio. That was
Just
pretty interesting.
eating the excess finger I have count as human.
Does eating the 11th finger I was born with count?
What? Siri. It does.
Does eating my twin in the womb count?
No, I don't think I've had anything weird.
I haven't really had anything weird. I'm a picky bitch. I don't eat a whole lot of food. I want to get more adventurous.
I just realized the ones that I named are really, like, basic, too.
Yeah, I definitely haven't had anything like
I have had
outlandish.
human meat on multiple occasions.
Well, now you're going to jail.
I had deer one time.
No, it's because of censoring.
Yeah, but deer's still, like, pretty frequently
Yeah, it wasn't even like that good. It didn't cook it very well.
venison.
I want to try some like hardcore, just like a leg of venison. Like
I had
a state
venison
fair.
burgers once. It was fucking great.
Every
That sounds
year,
awesome.
my uncle makes deer jerky.
Oh, I'm so
Really?
jealous.
If he gives me some this year, I'll give it to you guys because I don't eat it.
I want some beef jerky so bad right now.
Dude, I could
Grab
grab
the
beef
sheets,
jerky
bro.
something fierce.
Woo. Box your email, buddy. It's fingerpaintinggym@261gmail.com.
But you can't have numbers out of the camera.
No, it's an offshoot of Gmail. It's 261gmail.
Oh, it's bootleg Gmail.
Yeah, and they steal your information just like regular Gmail. Gmail, more like G-string, am I right, fellas?
Hey, that's where strippers were.
I watched this
Whoa.
porn parody of Lord of the Rings one time called Lord of the G-strings,
Oh.
and it was kind of weak, but I'd still jerked off like 13 times,
They-
literally.
They really missed an opportunity to be Lord of the Cock Rings.
I do not believe that doesn't already exist.
It was like a softcore porno, so it was kind of weak. It was real boring.
Then yeah, no.
It was like,
Lord of the Cock Rings with the one cock ring to rule them all. It's definitely a femdom title.
and you put it on your cock and it makes you turn invisible.
Makes your dick turn invisible.
Yeah, just your
That's-
penis.
That's the whole problem with the movie. It actually is not a parody of Lord of the Rings. It just happens to share the same name. And the guy keeps trying to. He gets the ring of invisibility. He keeps trying to sneak into girls' locker rooms, but it only turns his penis invisible, so they laugh at him because he has no wang.
You can see through to his butthole.
Connor's just watching some boxing.
Man, the small clip of boxing. I like seeing the guy who keeps showing off way more than he has any reason to get the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah, that's always fun to watch, especially in UFC.
Connor's on iFunny.
because I can't navigate Reddit.
It's not fun unless you're on there for porn.
That's really fun.
r/. Am I right, guys?
Hey!
That's not usually the tag I go to, but you know.
To each their own.
I guess you guys know what I'm into now.
Yeah, our feet.
I'm not into your feet.
No, yeah, you're into our feet. No, all of our feet. Skunk Bunker feet pics.
I can't
It's on my
wait till-
Patreon.
I can't wait until we're famous enough for Show Feet Guy to ask for us to show
You know what? Yeah, no.
We'll get there.
$100 tier patrons get feet pics.
I was
It's not
thinking
our
45,
feet,
but I'll push it to 100. A little more of an incentive.
It's not our feet pics. We just
Help
take
us buy
pictures.
bionicles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Help us reach the bionicle tier.
No, you know what? I actually would love to talk about the concept of that as early as possible.
You want to give away your genius?
I want to give away what we need to cause this, and I want to make and I've expressed this interest to these guys, but I haven't said it on the podcast. I want to make a show called Publish Me, I Dare You, where I attempt to either write from scratch or rewrite something, like in media, like rewrite the Disney fucking Star Wars, or write a sequel to Legend of Korra, like the next season. My favorite and most in-depth one I have is to rewrite the Bionicles lore, because Bionicles are fucking cool, and whoever doesn't think that is a bad person. And should be friends with them.
Bionicles was such a big part of my childhood.
It's like Lego, but not.
But better.
Like Lego and G.I. Joe.
And plus, I just had the craving to just open the box and build it.
And build them. It's just such a nice feeling.
You gotta do drunk bionicle building.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
yes.
But
Build bionicles on acid.
what I require and am staying true to is the fact that I want to purchase a whole bunch of Bionicles, because the whole part of this rewriting of the lore is to use already pre-established characters, and all the important characters are in their own Bionicles, so we need to purchase all these Bionicles and use them as visual aids.
So you have to make a stop motion movie.
No, fuck stop motion. I will never in my life. Stop motion is hell. Stop motion is an awful form of animation.
Connor is going to film himself moving the toys with his hands.
No, the format of this is not I'm gonna act out the scenes. No, I'm gonna tell a story whenever a character comes in. I'm gonna show you the fucking character, as opposed to a graphic on the screen, as what these would usually be. It's gonna be a physical. Here is a model of the character because they own the fucking Bionicles. Is it obvious yet that this is an excuse that I just want to buy 85 Bionicles and build fucking Bionicles?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the bigger ones.
You're like, I could just easily use a graphic, but I want the Bionicles.
I think it'd be so much more fun if we use the real Bionicles.
As long as we do videos of us building the Bionicles.
Yeah.
Maybe after when I buy my laptop and I just have extra cash, I'll buy one of the big Bionicles just for shits and giggles.
I'm sure they're expensive though, because
Not
they're
really,
not being
not as much as
produced.
you would think.
Really?
They're still average prices if they were still up on the
Released to
shelf.
market,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
That's not
the
bad.
big ones are
$20
$40.
ones are
The big ones were
It's
40,
fair.
sometimes $50.
Well, that's good.
Kind of a lot.
I mean, I figure
it's still
Lego
a lot,
products
'cause
are.
it's Lego.
Yeah, Lego is fucking expensive.
So Connor told his idea for one of his shows, Publish Me, I Dare You. That would probably be published on Skunk Bunker. Do you guys have any ideas for a different kind of show you'd want to do?
I did have an idea one time, but I just can't think of it right now.
Yeah, no, I told someone my idea. I forget who it was. Oh, what was my idea? Who did I tell my idea for a video? I think it was you, Connor.
Probably was.
The only thing I can really think of is I want to steal some other shows' ideas because I'm lame. I want to do a cooking show where I'm not a chef and I'm very picky.
Cooking Time with Tim. Because we already...
Well, I wanted to get super drunk and try and follow a recipe, but only half-ass the ingredients sometimes, and then just try and scrape by a fucking meal while I'm plastered.
No, okay, so I want to help you here. We get somebody to
Hit tennis
something
balls
like
at me with a racket while I'm baking.
No, okay, so we get somebody to go, alright, you're going to make this, but you don't know what you're making, so you don't know if you have any of the ingredients or not. So you're like, you're just like, okay, well, it looks like I have to improvise with what I have in the kitchen at the time.
I was going to say, because I do like to cook and have been trained to cook a bit, you can be drunk off your ass attempting to make this, and I'll try and steer you in the right direction, all while knowing whether or not you're doing wrong or not.
I like that idea. I mean, as a profession, I'm a cook and a dishwasher at some fucking company, but I don't know how to cook. I could just grill burger if my life came down to it. If you're paying me to cook a burger, I'll make a fire burger. But if you ask me to make it chicken, I probably scrape by with something you can eat but not smile
I know
while
how
you
to
eat
cook
it.
some things, but like
I know how to cook. I don't like cooking in depth, like with these recipes that are like, oh, you have this much butter and some flour and some this sauce and all these spices, and you mix them together and you make the sauce and then you coat the sauce, and like I never find that as fun as just give me a burger, let me spice the meat and then grill it for 20 minutes. The happiest I will ever be is just staring at beef on a grill getting hotter. It's so nice.
I like babysit my burgers whenever I cook, but like people are
I
always
babysit too.
and people are always
I
like,
don't-
"Let's
I don't
cook.
like going-
You have good burgers."
Even with my steak and with my fish, I don't like.
I just like flip it every like 30
But-
seconds and shit, and
I've become weak where I use an air fryer to cook my food. Oh my god, it's so good.
I think the best way to cook food is over like a fire pit.
Oh
With
yeah,
wood.
for sure.
That shit, no matter what you cook on a fire, will make it taste good. So what kind of food do you guys not like to eat? Because I won't eat basically
I'm
anything.
not too picky, but like I don't like. I'm not one for fruit.
Olives, black olives, green olives,
I'm
olives.
getting into
black
fruit.
olives.
I don't like olives at all.
Yeah,
I don't
olives.
like
are-
vegetables.
I don't mind.
I don't
olives.
eat anything vegan. Go to your other restaurant, eat your lettuce.
I like berries and some fruits and shit, but for the most part, I don't even like fish, but I'll eat like meat.
I do not like tomatoes.
Processed
and onions. I do not like the texture of them in any capacity.
like some
I don't like
onions.
plain tomato. I'm weird.
Peppers?
Like, I can eat tomatoes.
I'll some
on,
peppers
like,
every now and then.
Some peppers, yeah, but
something.
Yeah, they have to be light though.
Do any of you know what a Dago salad is?
I've heard of
Have you
it.
ever heard of a Dago salad? All right, it's like a Dago salad. I don't really. What?
Is it Italian?
I believe so, or Polak or something. Polish.
Oof.
I was gonna say you can't say
Yeah, I just realized.
that's not the correct word for the Polish.
So, it's like sliced up tomatoes, like some oil, and like. But the main thing is, I don't like tomatoes, but Dago salad's good.
There's
And you just like put it on bread and you eat it. You like dip, it's like a dipping sauce.
wait, that's not that thing from JoJo. That's the tomato and mozzarella cheese.
Yeah, you can't put
Yeah.
mozzarella cheese in it.
Well, no, it's literally just tomato, mozzarella cheese, and this oil dressing.
Kinda. It's like an oil dressing and tomatoes.
I think we're talking about the same thing. I don't remember what, because what I was gonna say was this thing from JoJo that I saw someone make in real life, and that's all it is. It's sliced up tomato, and these slices of like real mozzarella cheese.
It's like gross
That-
looking.
No, it's really good, dude.
It looks delicious to me.
It is.
I love
I had
mozzarella.
words.
Mozzarella. Yeah, I love mozzarella. Mozzarella's fun.
It's really good.
Did you guys ever see the picture of someone had like a bag of mozzarella slices and it had like juice in it, and they're like, I love drinking mozzarella, but like, what do you do with the white slices after you're done with it?
I don't like that.
That's
no.
disgusting.
No, Papa.
You know what I mean?
That made my stomach turn. Cheese. I cannot eat plain cheese.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm
cheese
not a cheese
alone.
person.
Cheese
Yeah.
on things is fine, but like
Sometimes.
just
Yeah.
cheese.
I'd like to establish an anomaly that is Tim because he does not like cheese and he does not like eggs,
I
yet
don't
he
like
loves omelets.
I love omelets.
He loves omelets, but he hates cheese and eggs. What are the two primary fucking ingredients in an omelet? Goddamn cheese and eggs.
I
That's how it is.
like stuffing it with like vegetables and like sorts of meats and stuff like that.
Tim hates pineapples. Tim hates mushrooms, but
I actually grew to like mushrooms now.
You grew to like mushrooms
I love
now.
mushrooms.
well, I'm a liar.
I want some fucking
But-
olives now.
Before I did not like mushrooms or pineapples, and I swear by this. If you're experimental, please try pineapples and mushrooms on a pizza from Domino's. It is so good.
I love Domino's.
Okay.
And I also hate when somebody's like, no, I'll never try that. It's like, well, at least try it once, and like, I'll feel like I was like, okay, yeah, you know, you tried it, I respect it. Like, I hate people that are like, I will not try that. Like, no matter what, I will not try it.
No.
I will not try it.
It's like, if they're not
Do
gonna...
it once.
If they're gonna... Like, I understand if they're gonna have to buy this pizza that they might not even like.
Yeah.
Like, but... If I'm buying this kind of pizza and you're just gonna refuse it...
Yeah, and you're judging me for, like, being like, oh, that looks disgusting, but you never tried it, then...
Just take a bite, buddy.
I have this problem with trying new foods.
Me too.
It's not that I fully agree I should try it before I say for sure that I hate it. I agree with that. But most of the time, like Misty will do this to me all the time, she'll make me try something directly after I've cooked myself something. And so now that thing that I've just cooked, like it could be a burger, it could be a steak, it could be anything. I just spent time making that, want it, and I want that now. I want that taste. And she's like, no, you try this first. Try this. Come on, you don't know you don't like it. I'm like, no matter how it tastes right now,
It's not what I want.
I will despise it to the ends of the earth because it is not that. It is not that piece of chicken that only 3 pieces of garlic on a grill. It is because that's what I crave. Anything you put in my mouth will taste like ass.
I agree.
It'll taste like rusty pennies.
But no, Domino's is dead to me. I just don't care for Domino's anymore. Like, I don't find it disgusting, but there was a point when Zach, my brother, was in the hospital for 2 months one summer, and so my mom's there at the hospital with him for that, like, the entire time. So I'm fending for myself at the house. Instead of cooking, I just ordered food, and Domino's was having a special. Be like 2 large pizzas, some wings, and some breadsticks for so much. I was like, oh, that's a great deal.
Domino's just sent me a notification. We enjoy giving you choices. Mix and match 2 or more items for $5.99.
Oh, it heard us talking about them.
They heard us recording
Oh,
it.
I don't like that one.
I kept buying Domino's and eating Domino's for like 2 months straight, and there was nothing else I was eating because I'd buy it, and then it would last me like a week and a half, and I'd be like, okay, cool. And I'd buy another one, and same thing, to the point where now, whenever someone says Domino's, all I associate it with the 2 months my brother's lung collapsed. So I just don't like Domino's initially.
Fox's isn't
I like
great.
Fox. I don't like Fox's regular pizza, but their Big
Yeah.
Daddies are good.
Yeah.
Which is weird. I like Little Caesars, but everyone's like, ew, that shit's plastic. It's like, no, that shit's
Little
pretty
Caesars
good.
is pretty good.
I might
It's out of the way from...
Italian
Yeah.
Village is one that I used to get a lot. I don't really care about their regular pizza anymore. Their Sicilian. Sometimes a good Sicilian pizza is.
What's Sicilian?
Sicilian is the big, thick, square one.
Yeah.
I like weird shaped pizzas. Like dodecahedrons and
There's
shit.
this pizza shop. It's called Armando's.
Yeah, Armando's.
Yeah. And they have Red Top. And Connor introduced me to this Red Top pizza.
It is a fucking illness.
What is
It is dough. It is sauce, cheese, pepperoni, cheese, sauce on top, and then spices put on the top of the sauce, and they cook it all. And it's like one piece is so filling. Oh, damn, I'm gonna go get Armando's.
That sounds kind of good. Are they open?
I go ahead, yeah.
We should go get some after this.
Okay.
Alright, I'm hungry. It sounds fire.
Alright, yeah.
You guys ever have Blaze pizza before?
No.
It's
Blake?
Blaze.
If we're to talk about pizza, I gotta give a shout out to this pizza shop.
To my main man.
That's like 5 minutes from my house.
You used to fucking tell me that they put
Yeah, there was some type of syrup, and like
I don't think so.
yeah, back then, like with my dad, he knew somebody that was there, and they used to put like a little bit of like syrup,
It has to be some kind
like
of
some type of it was sweet. The sauce was really sweet.
It is a little sweet.
Yeah,
But
it was some type of sauce, or like probably like
People
some
put
corn
sugar
syrup.
in red sauce sometimes.
Yeah, so it was probably
that's
it was
to combat the
just
acidic.
just really
It's kind of
sweet,
sweet though.
and the pizza's so good, and it's so cheap.
It's $5 for a pizza, no matter what
And it's
toppings
like,
you get.
yeah,
I
and
think.
it's like
We're gonna keep doing this. And we're gonna dock
It's just like a
ourselves,
regular, like
by doing
small,
local pizza.
mediums.
Well, no. Okay, I was
And
gonna
it's
say
not-
one that's not so local. It's Pizza Connection in Michigan. I grew up there. fantastic pizza. Like any best pizza place around, in my opinion.
I want to go back to Blaze Pizza. It's basically Subway for pizzas. You go in, they have like 7 different cheeses, like 5 different sauces. They have like 45
Where
different
is this one?
toppings.
Oh.
There's a couple of them near Pittsburgh. There's one in Monroeville, right by where I live. It's so fucking good. I get like white sauce and like garlic sauce on it with some chicken and bacon and like oregano and what is the green pesto sauce. They put pesto sauce on it, and oh my god, this shit makes my fucking nuts boil until I unleash the valve.
There is a thin pizza that I love, and I'll try and get every so often out in Bell Vernon. It's just Jake's Pizza.
It's your boy Jake.
It's a thin pizza with like the kind of pepperoni
There's a lot of local.
that like kind of cup up and fill with grease whenever you cook them.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, but it's so good. My favorite aspect of this company, though, is one of them.
Jeez, Jesse.
One of them is owned and run by a guy named Rob, and they sell.
Jake.
No, Jake owns the chain. Jake's the old man who started it in the Bell Vernon, but there's a Ross Draper one. Yeah, Tim's Gorilla Grip Mountain Dew. But
I was howling the other night.
But the guy's name is Rob, and they sell T-shirts that just says "Rob chokes babies." And I'm like, why is this a T-shirt? And my buddy who worked there explains. He's like, all right, so one time this woman orders a pizza, and it's fresh out of the oven, and she's like, it's for my baby, and we're like, well, it's just out of the oven, so it's still really hot. And she goes, I think I know how it works. And she opens the box, pulls out a pizza, and like jams it in like a literal infant's mouth. And the thing freaks out because she just jammed burning hot pizza into an infant's mouth, and she's just like, your pizza just choked my child. And apparently Rob was just like, okay, get out.
As he should. Fuck
Yeah,
that bitch.
he just kind of threw her out, so now they sell a T-shirt that says Rob chokes babies.
It's pretty weird, but you know, I agree with it.
I want one.
I'll stand by it. I want some fucking pizza now.
This has nothing to do with pizza, but I remember one
I had
time.
one more pizza.
It's 420.
Nice.
It's 421, but you know.
But I was at Walmart, and I was getting like a card out for myself, and a woman came up behind me, and she's like scurrying, like moving around, and I'm like looking at her, and she takes the card off me and goes, I'm like,
Alright. I remember one time I was at Walmart.
I kind of looked at her like, can I help you? She just went.
I was at Walmart one time with my family, my parents, and they left their cart behind as they were like went down an aisle. So I was trying to be a good son. I went back and grabbed the cart, and then it was not our cart. It was like some old woman's cart, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And like started yelling at me. I was like, "I'm sorry," and I just like walked away.
Yeah. I had one more pizza thing.
Go on.
So, a new pizza place opened by our house called Uncle Coco's Pizzeria. There's all the advertisements of like, oh, wood fire oven grill new tomato sauce. And so my mom's like, yeah, let's try this. I'm like, okay, fine. So I call them, and I just hear, Uncle Coco's, hold please, and then and I'm just like, okay. I didn't understand what the fuck happened. So that happens, and then they answer, they're like, hello, I ordered the pizza. And they're like, okay, 15 minutes. So we go up there, and while I'm there, I realize what the fuck happened. I'm standing in line. Yeah, I'm standing in line, and the phone rings, he's in front of me, and he just picks up the phone, hi, Uncle Coco's, please hold, and then he just throws it behind him onto the counter. He doesn't press a button first, he just whips it behind him, and it hits the wall, and just like bounces off the table. And I'm just like,
What the fuck?
And he's just like, what can I do for you?
Like, can you pick up your phone, please?
Can you fucking
What
put
the
them on
fuck?
hold, you cretin?
That's pretty funny. I live in I'm like, never mind. I'm not gonna say where I live, but I live in a place I live in Tarentum,
I really thought you
PA.
were going to say I live in Turkmenistan.
Yeah, I live in Turkey. But there's literally like 7 pizza shops within like a 1 mile radius of my house,
There really is.
and one of them's Fox's, and then the rest of them are fucking horrible. Is so disgusting. I mean, people will probably find out where I live if they Google this
I was gonna
place.
say, please tell me someone doxes us by figuring out where the pizza joints we
Well,
talk about are.
that's why I said Armando's.
Yeah, well, either way.
Armando's is local.
Listen, I said Jake's. That's if you figure out where Jake's is, they know us. Jake's is nowhere but those 2 places.
But there's this place, Pie, which is a ripoff of this other place called Vinnie Pie, and Vinnie Pie is a little better than Pie. It just literally, imagine the biggest, thickest, greasiest mass that someone would try to pass off as pizza.
That's me.
That's my name in high school.
Load cheese,
But
please.
It's so big and disgusting and greasy.
What
And
about me?
yeah. My fucking pubes. So right. Oh yeah, and they made it like even bigger and greasier and more disgusting, where they serve it to you on cardboard.
So me like
it's
3 years
wrapped-
after high school.
Yeah, it's wrapped in butcher paper like 3 times, and they staple it together. And whenever you pick it up, it literally just like fucking drips.
Yeah.
And it's my family's favorite pizza, and I refuse to eat it. You have to eat it with a fork and knife and shit. Fuck it, it's disgusting.
The first one, let's keep it pizza related for half a second, is there's a pizza place down in West Virginia called DeCarlo's.
So this is easily the pizza episode.
Oh, this is absolutely the pizza episode.
Can the episode be called Large Cheese, please?
No.
Yeah.
We're not doing Epstein and child predatory Is it really?
Yeah. And it's our Rocket League name. I should probably bleep that. You brain fine.
Anyway, it's a place called DeCarlo's. They put it in there, and it's like a big Sicilian, like the French bread kind of pizza, so it's a nice crunchy crust. And so they cook the crust and the sauce, and then when it comes out, they put the cheese and pepperoni on, so it's still cold.
Ooh.
And they serve it to you in like a little box of paper, so you it's just a cool, like the perfect temperature every bite. We used to get it when we'd go down and see the lights down in West Virginia.
The lights?
Yeah, they were like Christmas. Every
Oh.
Christmas, they'd set up a whole bunch of cool light fixture stuff, like here's a big light sculpture of Santa Claus and stuff, and you drive through and look at all of them. And that used to be our family thing every year. My dad became an alcoholic, and we stopped doing that because
That's how it be.
can't drink and drive.
And I don't necessarily want to go on a road trip with a drunk.
But
That's my family, though.
on the other one, back to the big mass of greasiness. Middle school.
Glob of semen.
No, that was at home, not at school. In middle school, we're in. Why do you have your hand raised?
You guys ever jerk off in a urinal?
What?
Yes.
In a urinal? No.
One time.
Huh?
Oh, what?
Yes.
What did you say?
You ever jerk off in a urinal?
Yeah.
Alright. But Jesse, you're the weird one here.
Yeah, I'm the weird one who hasn't jacked off in a urinal.
Listen,
Oh,
it's the end of the world. We're stuck in this bunker. Anything goes.
I have a story.
I
Hold on.
think Connor is
Hold on,
in the middle of
I'm
one.
just-
It's kind of important.
Define important because you
It's
just
pretty-
transitioned
it's
from jerking
pretty-
off from a urinal.
It's pretty like.
I know you. It's not important. But give me like 2 seconds. All it was.
Okay, I guess I'm not important.
Yeah, no.
Kind of funny.
Love you, Tim.
All it was that I was a greaseball in fucking middle school because I didn't wash my hair as much as I thought I needed to. So I'm just in class one day and we're in a tech class or whatever the fuck it is. We play with robots. We try and figure out how to work robots. Yeah.
I hated
So-
that teacher.
Yeah, he was a dickhead. I liked the class, but he was a dickhead. But I was trying to figure out how to do something, and this one kid who I kind of knew, we were kind of friends with, so we were joking around. We were just like, "Come on, Connor, you're taking too long, you little greaseball." And that was fine. He's my buddy. Whatever. And I chuckled, and I felt bad when a popular girl chimed in and was like, "Don't say that. He can't help how greasy he is." And I was just kind of like, "Oh, wow, that didn't feel good." I just kind of like slowly got my shit walked off.
Who the fuck said that?
Bleep it. Do you remember her?
Oh yeah, I remember her.
She was so nice, but she was a fucking idiot.
Bitch, dude.
She was an idiot.
One time, there was this kind of popular girl who, she had a lisp, and I didn't know, I was little, and one time she was like, I had braces all my life, and I was like, is that why you talk like that? It's just like, there was no, like,
Right.
I didn't even, like, think it, I just said it, and then, like, her friend was like, I'm gonna punch you in the face, and I was like,
Right.
what?
Okay, Tim's super important story now.
This is.
Because
Alright,
it's not
so it was
important
I had a
to
study
talk
hall. And it was in this one teacher's office, and
home ec, Del Conto.
yeah,
Oh my god.
it was her class, and we had her
Oh,
for
she
our
was
study
a
hall.
stripper.
Yeah.
There was a male stripper at my school. He was a physical ed teacher.
And what we did
I got it.
was we were in the corner. We were in the far corner, and I was playing on the laptop, and then I was like, oh, I'm real tired, and my friend at the time was in the corner, and I fell asleep, and he woke me up, and he's like, dude, I was fucking jacked off, and I was like, huh? And he's like, yeah, I fucking jacked off, and I was like looking at him like, why are you telling me this? Why should I know? He was like, yeah, like I found this porn site on the computer, and I was like,
I believe
was
it
like-
from the little bit I know about this kid.
okay, leave me alone, I'm trying to go to bed.
You're trying to sleep.
Trying
Don't
to
tell me you're
sleep.
touching yourself next to me.
As a quick transition from you mentioning you had a stripper in your school, we had one of our substitutes was a independent pro wrestler. And then he sent pictures to one of the students and got arrested. So the basics of it was that we had a independent pro wrestler as our substitute teacher, and a girl was about to graduate, but she was 18, started talking to her over the phone, and they were sending naughty pictures. But because he's a teacher, that's extremely fucking illegal. So they arrested him one day during school, and we got to watch him be arrested during lunch. So, pretty good day.
One time, I think it was during my senior year, it might have been my junior year, but there was a rumor going around that these kids were going to bring a bomb to school, and we were like, okay. And then the school actually sent letters home to all the parents, like, there was a bomb threat at our school, so if you don't want to send your kids to school tomorrow, like, we get it. And then the next day, or the day after, that day before, like, they sent the letter out, as the buses were pulling out of school, there was like 7 cop cars in the parking lot, and they had like 5 kids on the ground in handcuffs. And I was like, oh, that's pretty neat.
Speaking of...
Do you guys remember the time, the lockdown we had?
Yep.
Because there was like a threat written on one of the fucking bathrooms.
A girl apparently wrote in lips.
No, that was a different thing.
That was a different thing entirely. But no, there was a threat written in lipstick in the girls' room that just said, I'll kill you. And so they locked down the school and searched all of our stuff for weapons. Because they, whatever reason, thought that meant someone brought a gun to school. The thing Tim's talking about is when we were younger, some kid cut himself in the bathroom and bled on the walls. And before I actually met and spoke to Jesse regularly, the worst people who I've ever known, who were my friends at the time, lied and were like, yeah, the kid who did that, he'll bleed all over the walls. He'll also just, like, he'll sing while he's walking through school when he's by himself. And I was like, this is bullshit. And then one day I was walking next to him and I hear him singing himself. I'm like, oh my god, this is true. All of it must be.
He actually does cut himself and rub it on the mirrors.
I'm a fucking idiot.
Nope.
The bomb threat. While we were at Tech, our one friend went to York? Where did she go?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one whose name I was trying not to say.
Yeah.
And not the school. You probably shouldn't say the school that they went to.
I mean, more bleep the exact people.
It doesn't even matter at this point. We've already said so much
we've
shit.
doxed ourselves quite a bit.
Every other conversation's like, boop, 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 boop.
But essentially, the school's policy, because we went to a VOTEC school during, so we were in an entirely different place. The school, York's school policy was like, hey, there's a bomb threat. get the kids from the Votech and bring them back to the school so we
Yeah.
can make sure they're okay. And I was like, why the fuck would they do that? Wouldn't it make more sense to leave you out here so, you know, a bomb explodes, you don't die? And they're like, yeah, it would make more sense, but our school says to come back.
I hate that shit.
I mean, I'm safe.
Like, that's on you guys, not me.
Yeah, it sounds like a you pro.